is Michelle. I'm your court-appointed attorney. It's nice to finally meet you. Right. I did. I heard about that. But one thing I want to get straight right up front before we get started, I do have a couple of hard and fast rules with my clients. If we're going to work together, we have to understand these rules. Okay? And they apply to everyone. It's not just you. It's not just because you came by. I absolutely do not see anyone without an appointment, ever. You must make an appointment with my assistant, and you must come in on time. You must be punctual. Now, understand that you came by yesterday. I was in court, so even if I would have seen you, I wasn't there. So, but you must always make an appointment before you stop by. Okay? And then only come at your appointment time. You can't come like an hour early or anything like that. And second of all, I do require a retainer up front. Right, I am court appointed, but that does not mean that there is no cost. Right, well, it's kind of hard to say. It's based on income, so it's kind of on a sliding scale. But typically, it's around $2,500. Yes, ma'am. And yes, it must be paid up front. Okay, well, I understand that. And unfortunately, you know, I get to meet people during some of the worst times of their lives. Kind of like you right now. You know, I understand that you're kind of in a spot right now. And everyone, of course, has reasons that they say, you know, I can't afford that. But unfortunately, we do require payment of the retainer up front. I cannot front you the money. I cannot, you know, let it slide. And the retainer has to be paid in a lump sum at once. You can't make payments on the retainer. You have to pay the retainer in its entirety. And I will require that before we go to court. No. Well, we'll talk about that. But I would say you have at least 2 days. Okay, and yes, we do take credit cards. Okay, and what's your husband's name? Jimmy? Okay, that's fine. He can call. Anyone can call. It doesn't matter who makes the payment. Now, is he going to call the office, or do we need to contact him? Okay, the number I can reach him. Okay, I will 98. I will have my assistant give him a call, and we can get that. And we take credit cards, so you can put it all on a credit card if that's the way you want to do it. I take cashier's checks, credit cards. We prefer not to take cash, but we will take cash if that's the only option. I do not take personal checks. Okay, I'm just letting you know. Okay, well, I understand. I know you had a bad night last night. Well, you spent the night in jail, so that would explain. It's usually not. It's right. It's not the Ritz-Carlton. So, I cannot do that. One thing you need to remember: I am an attorney. I am not a miracle worker. Okay, I cannot, as I tell my clients, I cannot undo what has been done here. I can promise that I will defend you to the best of my ability within the confines of the law, but I am not a miracle worker, okay? We just need to remember that things may look a little bleak right now, but I will do my best to help you get out of this situation and you know, right some wrongs here. Because let's admit it, there have been some wrongs done here. No, I mean by you. Okay? That's the first thing that we need to establish, is that the situation is not great. But, right, I overheard you talking earlier. You didn't see me. I was over here. I overheard you talking to someone over here a minute ago. I heard you talking to a lady. And you were saying that none of this is your fault. You cannot go into court with that attitude, okay? You cannot go before the judge saying that. Okay, no judge is going to want to hear that. Because it is your fault. Okay, can we just establish that? It's your fault. this is just off the record, okay? This is just between you and me, but you can't go in there with that kind of attitude. You need to go in there with kind of a penitent attitude. And you have to be humble. You have to humble yourself, okay? I understand how you feel. I understand. You know, I have pets myself. I get it. But you can't go in there with that attitude. Now, it's going to be a couple days off. We still don't know yet exactly when you're going to be going before the judge. I don't know that yet. Hopefully, we'll find out later today. That's going to get set up. They're going to get you on the docket. We're going to get everything straightened out as far as the day that you're actually going to go to court. And we don't know yet if you'll be in the morning session or the afternoon. I still don't know that. So, no, see, there's nothing I can do about that either. Well, ma'am, that's just the way it works. Okay, that's the way the system works. You have to work within the system, and you have to understand the system. I know it doesn't seem fair, and I know it moves slowly, but it does move. It moves at its own pace. Now, okay, this is I'll be honest with you, this is not a case like I've ever handled before, and I've handled some pretty crazy stuff. This is a new one on me. So what I would like for you to do now, I would like for you to explain to me exactly what happened that night. Okay? I want you to tell me, I want you to tell me how all this came about. Okay? Okay. So, now who is this person? It's your husband's coworker. Okay. So when exactly did that take place? How long ago was that? Okay. See, this is all information that I did not have. All I have at this point to go on is what the plaintiff's attorney. Yes, the plaintiff does have an attorney. Well, he does. So all I have to go on at this point is what the plaintiff's attorney has said and what the police report says. So I would like to get, just some information from you. I want a little bit of detail, like the backstory, like how all this got started. I'm not familiar with that. I'll have to look that up. All right. Okay. So that gets us up to that night now. What were you doing in Target? What led to the meeting at Target? Because you were seen there. We have you on tape in the snack bar, and we have witnesses that place you there. Well, no charges have been pressed against them. Okay, so, I can set your mind at ease there. Trish and what? Symphony? They're okay. They're okay. The plaintiff is not pressing charges against anyone but you. So, yeah. Well, honestly, I'm relieved too, because from the sound of it, they didn't have anything to do with this. It sounds like this was kind of all orchestrated by you. Okay. Oh, here comes the plaintiff's attorney. Okay. Let me tell you what the plaintiff's attorney is saying. The plaintiff's attorney is saying that originally you went out there. He's saying that not only did you go out there on Thursday night, he's saying that you were out there Wednesday night as well. Yeah, he's saying that he has witnesses that can prove that you were also out there on Wednesday night, and that Okay. The plaintiff's attorney is going to go back there now and speak with the judge. No, this is not your official trial, no, but that's going to be our judge, I'm pretty sure. Which is good, because the judge is pretty sympathetic, okay, toward animal lovers, and we're hoping that he will see this as a case of an animal lover who simply made a bad decision. We're hoping that he will see it that way. Okay, they're going back in there. Okay, I will have a chance to speak with the judge as well, and I'm going to do that when they come out. I'm going to go back there and have a word with the judge as well, and I can see if I can get anything done about possibly, right, well, your bail was set pretty high. I can see if I can talk to him about that. I seriously doubt there's much I can do about it at this point, because the bail has been set, so once it's set, there's really not a lot you can do about that. It's $50,000. Well, see, the judge considered you a flight risk. Yes. Well, I totally understand how he could see it that way. I mean, when they searched your car, they found a wig and a passport in your purse. I mean, what were they supposed to think? What? Props for a burlesque show? I don't understand. Well, see, even to me, that sounds highly suspect. I mean, who goes around with props for a burlesque show in their purse? And you claim that that is what the wig and the passport were? I mean, even I don't believe that. Okay, well, at this point, I think you're just going to have to accept the fact that your bail is $50,000, and unless you can come up with $50,000, I'm afraid that you're just going to have to stay in jail for now, okay? No, my office does not get involved in bail. We do not. You have to speak with the bail bondsman about that. We do not handle bail. We don't do that. I'm strictly litigation. I don't get involved in bail. That's a whole other animal. We don't do that. Okay. The other thing you need to know. Oh, they're coming out again. Wow, that was fast. Well, the judge does not look happy. I don't know if that's good or bad. The judge looks kind of mad. The plaintiff So